Hi Luke, it's your dad again. For this video, I wanted to take you through Nana's house. This was the house that you would always visit whenever you would come over to see us. And I was starting in your bedroom where you used to sleep whenever you could spend the weekends. If you'll see here, this was the bed that you used to sleep in. And I remember there were nights where I would lay you in bed and you would wake up, and I would usually sleep here on the floor, and you never wanted to sleep in the bed by yourself. So you would always get down from the bed and you would sleep next to me on the floor. And I remember I would give you my covers, and I might be cold and I might have trouble sleeping at night, but we got to sleep in this room together whenever you would visit. Here on the bed, that's a new Buzz Lightyear. One of your favorite toys that you used to play with was Buzz Lightyear, and the other one was Woody. And whenever Braden was playing too rough with Buzz Lightyear, I decided to buy you a new one, but unfortunately you never got to play with this one. So here is the new Buzz Lightyear toy still in its box that I had bought for you. You might remember this. This is a lightsaber. It lights up and makes noises. I know you liked Star Wars, and maybe even as you grow older, you'll like Star Wars more. And here is a lightsaber, Luke Skywalker's blue lightsaber, a replica from the movie. So this was your room. It's a little different from how you might remember it or how it was when you were here. Over here we have some toys that you used to play with. See the Lego box. I remember you used to always like to build those Legos. And your favorite thing was always to play with the many cars. And here's a bunch of cars, the little micro machines that you used to play with. And you would always sort them, and you would always have so many cars out, and you would move them around and drive them and park them everywhere. I just remember so many times whenever you would come, you would always want to play with those cars. So now we're leaving the room where you used to sleep. And this is the toy room. I remember whenever you first came to visit, you were so excited whenever you saw this toy room. And over here in the corner is where the toy box used to be, and you darted right to that toy box and you started playing with those toys. And now we see that the toys are over here. Here's the Buzz Lightyear toy. This was your favorite one. You can see that Braden and your other cousins were playing with it, and they got a little rough with it, so the toy broke. You can see his foot fell off, which is why I bought you the new one. And then this is Woody. You never wanted to give up Woody. You always wanted to play with Woody, and Braden would try to take it from you. You can even pull the string and he would talk to you. And a lot of these other toys I remember you playing with, especially like these trucks. And this is what you would refer to as Lily's room, because whenever Lily was here, she used to sleep in this room. Now we're leaving Lily's room. We're walking into the hallway. And we're coming out to the living room. And this living room is where you used to always sit and watch television. Here's where you would always want to watch Scooby-Doo. And I remember every time you came, you would say, "Let's watch Scooby-Doo." And you would watch the same Scooby-Doo movie maybe 5 or 6 times, and you never got bored with it because you loved Scooby-Doo. And there's Nana sitting in the chair.
Hi, Luke. We miss you. We hope to see you again. Love you.
And I remember I would sit in that chair late at night and I would read stories to you. You would sit on my lap and I would read to you until you would fall asleep. Here's the kitchen, where we would eat all sorts of good food that Nana would make for us. And sometimes I would even make you guys food. And now we're going to go downstairs. You would always love to come downstairs and play down here. And maybe you even remember this area. This is where we would play a lot together, and Braden and Lily and Lizzie would be here in the play area. And you would play together down here, and I remember you would like to build a lot of the Micro Machine sets, and we had them all setting out here. And they would piece together, and you would build little Micro Machine cities in this area. And then here we're coming to the back area, the storage area. And I remember this was always your favorite place. You would always love to come back here. And you would like to go through this shelf that's here on the left. And you would go through the things, and I remember right back here in this area there was always a box of toys, and you would sit down here and you would play with the toys. And as I mentioned in an earlier video, there were only 2 times when I was with you that you got to tell me that you loved me. And I'll never forget the time when we were back here and you were playing with your toys here, and as you were playing with the toys, you said, "I love you, Daddy." And I said, "I love you too." So that's the basement area. Back in there was the bathroom where you guys would always like to get in there, and I remember you used to scrub the walls. You would get the little scrubber and you would clean the bathroom. You were always a good little helper around the house. And then this is the back door, which leads to the back porch. And there were many times that you would play on the back porch. And maybe you remember the cat. There was a cat that would always like to play with you. Her name is Spot. She's actually still around. I don't know where she might be hiding today. Sometimes she likes to be in the garage. Oh, there's the kitty. That's Spot. I'm sure Spot remembers you. Spot was always a little timid around you. She wasn't sure what you were going to do, so she didn't let you pet her too often. But you liked to pet her. And then out back is where we used to play games outside. I would throw a ball to you and you would hit it with your bat, or we would throw a frisbee and we would catch it. And it was out here in this backyard where we used to play a lot in the summer whenever the weather was nice. And if you look up there in the field, there were even times where we went exploring and we went over into those forests. And I remember you would get tired and you would want me to pick you up and carry you the rest of the way. So we were way over there in the forest one time, and I picked you up and carried you the whole way across the field. And Braden was with us too, and he wanted me to carry him too. That was really hard. But I remember carrying you both home that day after our exploring adventure, and you guys were tired out. So I just wanted to show you Nana's house. I had a lot of good memories here playing with you. This is where we would always come whenever you got to visit me during the weeks and on the weekends. And I'm hoping that you have memories of this place. Everybody here certainly remembers you, and we miss you, and we love you, and we hope that we will be able to see you again someday soon. Bye, Luke.